Hey everyone, welcome to the Spidey Squadcast, and after the revamp.
Yeah, revamp, baby. Yeah.
After the revamp, and today we've got a guest. Kai, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Kai Nick, or Probably Spider-Man, and I run the Probably Spider-Man YouTube channel where I talk about Spider-Man all the time and every day, and it's a problem.
Yeah, some people may think he's obsessed with Spider-Man just a little one. I don't know if it's the fact that he's wearing a Spider-Man suit or he's got about 4 different suits in the background. Or
I wanted to display myself. I wanted to display my talents. Plus, if anybody who like faintly knows who I am, because a lot of people just recognize the suit, so they see the suit and they're like, "Wait, oh, okay, it's that guy."
yeah.
So it's either one of these. They'll recognize me for either this one or this one. I just picked this one because I like it, and then yeah, that's it.
I love that suit.
They're all so amazing.
I'm gonna see how long I can keep this mask on for before my facial hair stops itching me.
Yeah.
All right.
Same.
Yeah, Leah's got a massive beard.
Yeah, he's just got.
It's huge.
It's just like.
You should see it.
It's like fucking Logan style.
She looks like a goddamn Viking. It's mental.
Actually, wait, I didn't.
Like Stoic the Vast.
I'm gonna do the mouth test on this mask. This is something I do with every mask. It's a mouth test. See if I can do the thing.
I've never been able to do that with the mask I've ever owned in my life.
Now, how
And
is it?
It's all about how my masks are made.
Yeah.
My masks have like a very tight chin seam, so whenever I roll my mask down, it perfectly curves along my chin. There's no baggage.
So, do you do that scene yourself?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I do that seam with all my masks. My pattern is incredibly simple, and honestly, I don't want to fucking brag, but I'm kind of surprised that like not a lot of people use my pattern or have thought of something similar. I've only, because the way I first found, I didn't make the pattern, but I found someone who would just make like a giant head sock, and I was like, okay, I'll do this for a while, and then eventually I was like, I can do better than this. Why not just put the seam on the back of my head? And then from there, I was like, well, there's this area in my chin. How do I do that? Well, I tuck it. So I made a chin that goes along the seam, and essentially it's really tight. So that makes it really easy for me to tuck it above the bridge of my nose.
Yeah.
And that's how my masks are made.
That is quite clever.
Seen your pattern.
Huh?
Dude,
We should all do it at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm planning on making
It's
this
a physical one. It's a physical one, so it's not one that I can like hand off to you. But if I can find someone that can make it for me digitally, I'd be down to share the pattern with the rest of the world because
that would
Primus
be...
patterns.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I see so many people who make their masks out of like 30 billion pattern pieces, and I'm just like, dog, you could have done this in like 12 minutes. It takes me like 2 minutes to make a mask. Not like a mask, whole thing, but just like the fabric part.
Yeah.
Thing is, you can make it out of one piece. It's not that hard. It's like some people make it out of 2 pieces where the seam goes all the way around the head. But going back to my example that I showed earlier about the thing, there's no seam right up the middle. It's just along here, down here, and below the chin. So it's like one big piece. So you don't have to. Point is, you don't have to make it out of multiple pieces. It can just be one.
Yeah,
Right.
it'd just be one. Yeah, no, he's taking it off. Oh, there we go.
Face
Oh, the mask
reveal.
cap. Yep, we stand mask cap.
Yeah. I don't want my hair to look stupid for my interview. My girlfriend's probably watching this.
Yeah, but my girlfriend's.
Don't worry, we all have hair days.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
every day nowadays. This. I don't think
Like, mine is every day except for that one day where it actually looked sick. I missed that day.
But no, literally, mine's just gone all over the place with the spikiness. Even though I prefer.
Oh, yeah.
I like
mine,
it.
Mine-
like
No, go on.
burning up.
You're burning up.
Oh,
Well,
all
Leah
I was
wins.
saying is about how hot the mask is, honestly.
Leah wins.
Yeah.
Leah's had it on the
Leah
longest.
does win. Leah, you get a $5.
Woo!
Well, yeah, how much?
Because
How
I'm
much
bored,
your
that'd
lens?
be great.
How much is your
I will
lens smoking
literally
up right now?
PayPal you a $5 off, but
I'm
You're
learning
actually
so
alright,
much
there's no fucking
about
up at all at the
British
moment,
area.
which is weird.
Leo, I can actually.
Yeah,
pay-
apologies if I like interrupt any of you. I think I've still got a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, she's got like a 6-second delay.
I'm like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun. But yeah.
You just PayPal you, Leo.
Oh,
No,
Going
you're
off-
not PayPaling me right now. It's a joke. No.
no,
I will
you have
do
no
it.
money.
Send it right back to you.
No, I've got 40 pence in my account. Where's that money come from? Huh?
I don't know.
Explain.
How much is 40 pence in USD? Let me look this
Ow.
up.
Well, you got to think
About 70 cents.
what £1 is.
Alright, I'm gonna take my mask off as well.
There we go, yeah.
Give up.
Enjoy it.
Here comes
That's
the amazing face.
That's
There it is.
$42.01, baby. Damn.
What?
Really? That's how. Really?
Yeah, your currency is worth more than mine.
Oh hell yeah! Wins.
She's gonna bring like 10 quid to the US, and it's just like, oh, over like $150 or something.
Yeah, your currency. My one of my dollars is $1 and zero. One of my your dollars is worth $1.05 in my country. So if you brought over €1, it would be worth an extra 5 cents. So there you go.
Let's go.
Yes. Does that mean?
That stacks up.
So that
you
means
bring
if
up-
I come over to the
When
US,
you're,
it's
like,
just
on Heroes
40
Fight,
pence.
And you're like,
I'll
oh
be alright.
dang,
That's-
150, and it's like £70. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, yeah, it's like
I
it's
need to
so
change
much
my
money.
phone.
And you,
It is. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna change my phone.
No, on top of this, I kind of have like a packed day too because I have a bunch of friends that I hang out with, and I wake up to a text in the morning that's like, "Hey, we should fucking go to the creek," and I'm like, "You guys are fucking psychopaths. Why the fuck would I want to go in a creek?" And then they're like,
Phone's on 10%. I can't even put the headphones. Is my audio okay?
Yeah, you're
they're like, "Son,
yeah,
Awesome. I need to put it on charge for a bit first.
Continue, go.
no," and it's like, "Oh, let's go. The sun is good for you. The sun is good for you." And I'm like, "Dog, you don't even know if this creek is fucking good. Like, what if I jump in this creek, hop out with AIDS? You know what I mean? How am I supposed to know if I contract? I'm not obviously not gonna get AIDS, but like, what if I contract something from this creek? My girlfriend is coming to visit this Sunday. I'm really excited, and my safety, my personal perception of safety boosts by like 80% whenever I'm about to go visit my girlfriend. I will fucking stay inside to not get COVID. I will like any other day I would jump off a cliff, but like, oh, my girlfriend's gonna be here. I can't do that today.
Sunday's a good day to meet up with your girlfriend. I'm also seeing
Yeah.
Leon's.
I can be in the hospital for like a month as long as I get out and my girlfriend is not gonna be here when I'm in the hospital.
Oh. That reminds me
get
of a
that.
funny
I can-
story. That reminds me of a very funny story, and Leah will remember this. Okay.
Oh, it's not gonna be the fun, is it? Oh.
Yes, it's about my thumb. I haven't even gone into the public with this. Okay. So, in February, week of my birthday, had my birthday, got to like, I think it was Thursday or Friday. No, it was Thursday. My girlfriend was coming to visit me, and whilst I was waiting for her to get to me, I was watching Star Wars with Leah on Disney Plus. And me being the dumb child idiot I am, I pick up a lightsaber, start playing with it, and it was one of the flick out ones. And me not using my brain, instead of using my whole hand to push the flick thing down, like to push the things down, I used my thumb. And what happened was, it somehow, one bit went down, and another bit went up, and it pushed my thumbnail back, causing it to hang off.
Why is it so sharp? Why is it so
sharp.
sharp?
It's not even sharp, Kai. That's the thing. It wasn't even sharp.
How?
It pushed it back, and I was freaking the fuck out. I was bleeding. My stepdad and brother were laughing after when they were like, "Oh, I'm sure it's nothing." I showed them, and my brother's like, "No, no, no." And my girlfriend
Yeah,
on
what
the way.
the fuck?
And my girlfriend is on the way, not knowing what the fuck's happening. And then I call her, and then as I'm on the phone to her, I'm like leaning over the bath because I feel like I'm gonna throw up because I'm like, it's all queasy and shit. And then I'm trying to speak to her, and my stepdad comes upstairs and says, hospital or ambulance or something. And she's getting worried, and I'm like, my thumbnail's hanging off. I'll wait for you to get to me so we can go to A&E, which is like basically a quick service hospital when it's really not, because it took them 4 hours to say,
basically the hospital.
On the bright side, at least you don't have to pay like $10,000 to get that shit reattached.
Yeah, no, they pushed. I waited 4 hours for them to go. Yep, I'm just gonna push that puppy back in. And it's gonna. Yeah, they gave me no painkillers and nothing. They were just like, yep, hold on to something. What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Who told you that the doctors would be fucking useless and you'd sit there for 4 hours and have nothing done?
Yeah, but the thing is, I was forced to go by my parents, so I can't help that.
Oh, but the thing is that like in the U.S., you would have had to do all that, the same exact process, but still have to pay $300 million. So
Free healthcare.
At least you got off cheap.
Free healthcare.
You know,
At least nothing was done but cheaply.
Yeah, fair enough. And then I had my.
We need to leave this in.
Yeah, we are leaving this in, and
We
now...
leave this in. We've got to have the entire conversation about AIDS and about Sundays and about the thumbnail and paying 10 grand for a hospital visit. We need to keep this all in.
God damn it!
Yeah, apologies if I interrupted anybody in like the past 10 minutes. The delay was awful.
I hate my life.
It's your web shooter hole.
Oh no!
Fucking heroes time stitching.
Well, I mean, you can probably fix that with a 5-minute sewing tutorial.
Oh, I know how to sew things back together anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be able to fix that, but that's depressing.
You're good. What were you gonna say, Noam?
Does Heroes Time compensate their terrible sewing with great zips?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though the zipper placement on this one's fucking weird. It's so weird on this one. I don't know why. Like, it goes up to there.
It's fine on like every single other one though, isn't it? It's weird because you've got like quite a couple of Heroes ones, and so have I, and like all of them are fine except that one.
Like, it's fine on the boots and the crotch, but that's it. It's the wrist zips that are weird, which has now caused it to rip.
Damn.
That hasn't happened to integrated suit yet, and I hope it never does.
Honestly, your integration should be okay because it's a print costume one, like
And
with the
if it
star.
does, you can always. No, my bad. If it does rip, you can always just get a better suit.
Yeah.
PC Studio one.
Oh, PC
No,
Studio,
I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
Pay like £1,000.
Nah, that's not what I meant. I meant like I don't like the integrated suit.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I know. No, you don't like that one.
It makes me mad. Like why? Why even change it at that point? You know what I mean?
Just a little.
I understand what you're saying, but I love it. But like, I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Right.
Because
But like,
yeah.
think about it like this, okay? The people at Marvel know this. They know that Tom Holland is gonna team up with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They know this shit, right? You obviously want Tom to look his best. So why would you replace a suit that we know people already like with one that like might not be as good? You know what I mean? Like if you can't look at a suit and undoubtedly be like, yeah, this one is definitely better. If you can't do that, then don't replace it for a big ass event like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they should have just kept.
I like its story relevance, but it is a bit complicated. Like I like the suit, and I like its relevance to the story and the role it plays, but it's complicated, and I think it's just a bit over designed. And the way they changed the black and the red and black suit for No Way Home, where they kind of got rid of the black straps on the belt and made it sharper, that's perfect.
Yeah.
They should have just kept it like that, and I would have had no problems.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense, even though it has story relevance in the sense that it's the completion of an arc, so arc gives the narrative back, but it doesn't serve him in any real way. We don't show him utilizing it or anything. But
Yeah, there's not really a benefit for it. It doesn't really do anything. It's just style.
Yeah.
In other words,
Yeah,
I would use that word.
It showed something of him being hit with something or stabbed with something, and it like is deflected off the metal. Then I'd get it a bit more and be able to, be more tangible. But it's
Right, but at the same time, you could have just made it so that like he didn't get shot.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm the number one integrated suit hater.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a mixed bag. Love it or hate it, really.
We all didn't really like it at first, but then we were like, over time, we were like, yes,
Like, yeah, you like, nah. I said I liked it. I was like the only one in the group who said they liked it.
And then
you're like,
Noah-
nah.
And then Noah's like opinion on it has changed so much to the point that he's made an integrated suit version for all of our sodas.
Oh, I love them though. They're so cool though.
I had such
Yeah.
mixed opinions on those suits, but like, I liked them in the end. The black and gold suit is pretty rad, even though it's really over-designed and serves no real purpose other than my suit got green paint on it. But
So
it
inside
looks
out
pretty cool. I like. Leah has one,
Yeah.
I don't.
a really good
Right.
one.
Kai, you obviously
We're
have
talking
very
about
different opinions. What's your favorite movie suit?
My favorite movie suit. Okay, if the best adaptation of the source material is undoubtedly the TASM 2 suit, but if you want my personal favorite, like of all of them, like I'm thinking about it like this. If I could own any one of these costumes, my answer is undoubtedly going to be the TASM 1 suit, because I could just stare at that suit for hours, because if you had
Right,
to
on the
draw
one.
the TASM suit, you're gonna get it wrong every time, because there's so much complicated shit going on, like the seam work that's on the outside, just like I love it. I don't care if it looks like a basketball. I love it.
Yep, Kai's definitely past the vibe because
Yeah,
that's
he's
like
past
our
it.
favorite one.
That is our favourite. We all have it.
Yeah,
We all have it. And
I have
a facial thing.
hated it.
We literally.
I
I
wish
need to get new ones too though. I need to repaint because that was the first much paint I did.
I want one, but I'd only want it if it was like movie grade, because I'm also like, I'm not the biggest fan of like having a printed costume that I didn't have any. If I'm gonna wear a costume, I'd want to have had a hand in making it. I hate to sound like such a Puritan, but like I don't want to wear shit that I haven't made, because that, in a way, it makes me feel more emotionally connected to it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
why
like,
that's why I'm not getting rid of the first suit I ever made, even though it's trash. I'm not getting rid of it because
that's
it's.
hard. That shit was amazing.
Yeah. Same with this one here.
I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. It's sloppy. It's got way too much paint on it. But it's the first suit I ever. It was kind of like a milestone in my journey in suit making.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I'm planning to make a 7-piece suit at some point. I was going to make like a classic version, like proper classic Spidey. And when that time comes, I'm probably going to come to you for advice, Kai, because I know you're the
Making
7-piece
it-
master.
Making a 7-piece suit is honestly a lot easier than people think it is. Like I used to like this suit. I finished like February of maybe last year, and then that after that was when I started doing 7-piece. This is a bodysuit. Like the rest of these are 7 pieces. I was really scared to because I have to get the measurements right. Like with the rest of these, I didn't really care about measurements because like I would just buy pre-made materials. But now that I'm making them completely from scratch, it's a lot easier than I thought it would be. If I could recommend a pathway for starting, I would recommend buying a lot of sports compression wear and then just taking pieces from each like each shirt, each pair of pants, and then bringing them together. Like for example, the only thing you need to do major editing for, if you're gonna go that route, is just the shirt. That's all you have to edit. That's the only thing you have to do intensive work on. You just have to take a blue a blue compression shirt and a red compression shirt and cut up the red one, put it over the blue one, and then sew it together. But for the boots, you can just get a pair of socks and then glue some insoles on them. Get some Party City ass like theater gloves, and then if you want to make the mask, make it, because making a mask is incredibly easy. But the hard thing is just finding. The worst part about this method, it would just be finding fabric that matches color, and that's it.
Yeah, I get that.
So I do
Lenses are easy.
Because like
Lenses are very easy.
yeah, the mask on my Sony Mark 1 is slightly lighter or darker, I think, than the rest of the suit. And only I can notice it, but yeah, I mean, it's fairly noticeable, but only I notice it, and I know it's there, and it's just like, it's painful. It's painful, but...
No, what are you doing? I'm scared.
That was.
Oh my gosh! I actually loved your concept for this suit, and I actually really fucked with it.
Yeah.
This is the one that I was gonna wear when I came on your podcast, but my camera didn't work. So
Yes, I remember that, and I spent. This isn't like a diss to you to make you feel bad, but I spent such a long time, like collecting images and overlaying them and making like a loop. Leah, did I cut you off?
No.
Okay, I thought I cut you off. No, but
yeah, I need to get more images.
No, I was super in love with that concept because I feel like everyone and their mom who has to redesign the Spider-Man suit is like, we were super inspired by sportswear, and I was like, everybody is inspired by sportswear, and I think Noah, with that suit, Noah really took it to the next step and made it like he actually found that thing at the sports store or the Dick's or the whatever the hell. Like, Dick's is, I don't know if you guys have Dick's in the.
Oh, we have dicks, but not.
Okay, you guys have Dick's.
I have a mini dicks, yeah.
I mean, Leah has a big dick, but
No, but the thing is, I love that it looks like Noah legit just picked that up at the Dick's like impression wear aisle. I like that. I like the feel of it.
I went into Sports Direct, and I had a gander around there.
I still
So
don't have
that
like.
was some.
Coming to think about it, I still don't have like an actual like beta like homemade suit. I have like some sort of one, but I don't have a proper one.
So you do?
Wait, yeah, you do. You did it with the you had like the trendy stuff, didn't you?
The trend, what?
Yeah.
They had really dark red fabric and really dark blue, and it had like reflective lenses, and the neck was too short.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and you had
yeah,
like
you're right.
the branded
Fucking
jacket.
forgot about that. No, it's not even red fabric.
Told him!
It's not even red fabric, Noah. That's just pen.
Burgundy.
What? Wait, I've never seen that.
Yeah, if you go on my post, you see it. Like this is like
Hell
one of the
yeah.
first ones I ever did. And then I fucked up the back logo, and then I just made it bigger.
The back logo just looks cool.
Massive. And
No, but
I do love this suit. It's just I never got around to fully finishing it, and it does bother me. The mask for it. And I'll see if I can find the
Right.
mask. See if I can find the mask. Where's the mask? Yeah, look, here it is. I recently put new lenses on it because it's like I made this out of an old jumper, and I took like that. Yeah,
So they were different before. They were like
yeah. I
more
put
round.
3D glasses lenses on it, which I thought was actually quite dope.
I mean, I think the reflective shit actually really works. I loved the little trend that was going on in the Spider-Man community where it was like people making their suits out of really baggy clothes. I do want to do a correction. I misattributed this to Easy Bug Boy when I had him on my podcast. It was actually one of yours. I mean that as in like English. It was one of yours. It was Kian or Spydar Boy. He was the one who actually started it. He's a genius.
Yeah.
Like,
Funny story. I thought I met him at Comic-Con.
no,
It
that was
wasn't him.
Mr. Web.
He was there the same day. No, Jake, you remember when I went up to that guy and I was like, "Aren't you Spider Boy from Instagram?" He was like, "No." And I saw someone's Instagram later. I thought it was him. I was like, "So it was him." But no, it wasn't. It was a guy who had a very similar costume.
Yeah, no, it was the
So-
Japanese Spider-Man suit, and that was Mr. Webhead.
Yeah, it was a Japanese Spider-Man, and it was like, I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
an idiot.
Kian is such a genius. Like I have such I have such respect for the way that he like crafts his ideas. Because with Kian is really like unafraid to delve into the sort of like creepier aspect of Spider-Man that a lot of people might not like. Like, Kian is making suits that get the reception that the TASM suit gets all the time. But the thing is that like it creates such a divide in the community, I feel like, where people do not like it at all or people really, really love it. And I feel like Kian is like, I kind of respect him for not streamlining his like the way he makes things, and instead just delves into that like darker and more niche aspect of Spider-Man, and he's always touching grounds that people haven't thought to go yet, and I really respect him for that. With me, I'm more of like a modern guy. I'm always trying to modernize while still keeping it classic, but Kian is like in the dark ages, and I fuck with that. He's like, I respect the shit out of him.
You know, talking about all that, I'm actually feeling more inspired to actually finish that homemade suit now. I was gonna get like,
You should.
I was gonna get like,
Also,
I was gonna get blue tracksuit bottoms, which are like sweatpants as you call it, and then maybe some like burgundy shoes or something, and then whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna use for the gloves, but I'll think about that because obviously, I've not really made many suits. I mean, I guess the armor suit, which is like this apocalypse armor, which obviously we're all doing. Me and Leah both pretty much have ours done. I want to have like a few things for it because it's like meant to be like an apocalyptic timeline. Noah's got to make spider armor for it. Like we're using like airsoft armor. Let me grab it. I'll show you. And, like,
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I do want to add.
Why not?
I do want to add before we move on. Despite the fact I did just say I have huge respect for Kian, whenever me and Kian interact, we're always fucking bickering with each other about some fucking stupid ass shit. We're always fucking yelling at each other.
That's what friendship is. Me and Jake are all like, me and Jake moments where we're just at each other.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna wear this one, but they were like, "No, wear your stone."
This paneling is dope as shit.
I know, and literally.
It's because I on my apocalypse suit, Jake, and it was boiling.
Yeah, honestly.
Boiling, I had it on for like 10 minutes, and I was like.
So it's like, we've got a hoodie, literally.
Yeah.
Last time I was at Leah's with Noah and that, we got these armors on, and we were like, let's make apocalypse armors. And they were like, yeah. So I borrowed some of Leah's spray paint. We both spray painted this one, and we did like, as you can see, we still went for like the classic Spider-Man sort of theme. I went red, blue, red, and then I puff painted the spiders on. I've done like a freehand spider.
Hell yeah.
And then on the back as well, we got that
one. Hell yeah. It's like, okay, I fuck with that. That's fucking cool.
And then obviously that's what that mask is for. And I can't wait to do that one fully. I'm even thinking about... One moment. You're going to have to stare at my ass for a second. Apologies. Yeah. There we go.
I've got my design. I need to get it. Action.
I've got these fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves are so cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that for that suit because apparently I think in that timeline I was going to use these web shooters, they're like 3D printed ones made by Leah.
Yes.
But we've kind of come up with the thing that when that whatever happens in that apocalypse thing, like our DNA gets shifted and we all get organic webbing or something. Didn't you say no? Or was it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Then I put on my story afterwards when we came up with that idea. I was like, yeah, I reverse engineered web shooters and made them into guns, essentially. It's not guns. Kai, I think you may have saw it.
I think I did. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, originally.
Yeah, he has the Assassin Spider-Man gun thingies.
Yeah.
It was something similar to that because I saw that and I was like, Spider-Man doesn't kill, but you know what? You can use that in some possible way. So,
yeah,
but
exactly.
You know, zombies. What a better way to put it, really?
Exactly. Right. I mean, originally for that suit, I was gonna go for like this half Spider-Man mask bandana thing, and then these goggles.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like.
Those are cool.
Like he needs a mask.
Goblin goggles.
Yeah, they're kind of they're too goblin-y.
Speaking of Goblin, Mr. Godspeed Spider-Man going viral on TikTok over like 6 million
Oh
views.
my god, yeah.
I still can't believe that.
The thing is, you know what's funny is that I see Godspeed Spider-Man everywhere.
There's
But
literally an
that
account.
got less views than when I said, "Can the Spider-Man come out to play?" That got more views than Godspeed, and it just it's weird. There's now a daily account for it. You know those daily Raimi accounts where they do daily Peter screaming, daily Hey Everyone, which I did. There's now a daily Godspeed Spider-Man, and that's cool. But now, only downside is that now that he's put my account in his bio, the downside is that I just get influxes of people coming to my account just saying Godspeed Spider-Man. It's just that just floods my comment sections at the moment.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's actually think of questions. More questions we can ask Mr. Kai, because this is what our podcast is. We just end up like talking to the guest and just we just end up going and completely forget.
Okay.
So
I got a question. Okay, Kai, I gotta know, when you do puff paint, do you mix it with liquid latex like a lot of other people do, so it stretches, or do you just do it vanilla?
I've been trying to perfect a formula that, because no matter what I do, my shit cracks. Like this, a lot of this is vanilla puff paint, but for the mask is like has the most stress put on it whenever I wear it. I have made 4 versions of masks for this suit. All of them ended up cracking. All of them have used either vanilla puff paint, a mixture of liquid latex, more expensive puff paint, a different ratio of liquid puff paint to more expensive. Like it's a lot, and I'm still trying to get the formula down. I did do some puff painting recently, and I think I'm allowed to show this off because the creator of the guy I'm making this for posted it on Twitter and I think Instagram. But I'm making a suit for this guy's fan film. Hopefully it doesn't go horribly wrong, but he sent me some Parallel Life Studios fabric, which I actually really enjoy. But this is what I have so far. This is black and red puffy paint mixed with liquid latex, and the Parallel Life Studios fabric.
oh, hey, I recognise that
The
design.
detail on that is so cool.
I recognise that design.
This is Tough Cookie. This is Michael's suit. He commissioned me to make a suit for his fan film that he's doing. He made Spider-Man, I think it was Spider-Man Date Night? I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, he made like a short fan film about Peter Parker setting up a date night with Gwen and like her being upset about, I don't remember. It was a long time ago since I watched it, but it was pretty solid. And
Give me a sec. I'm just I've turned my camera off because I'm just gonna get out of this suit because I'm getting way too hot. Yeah, continue talking.
Weakling.
Okay.
I guess whoever takes their suits off last wins.
Yeah, we've had masks. Now it's suits.
Yeah.
Jake's the only one who's gonna lose at this point.
Jake's
I
the
always
only
lose.
one who's lost.
It's like when we play Gang Beasts. I always lose.
Is you suck?
That is exactly why.
You suck, boy.
We need to
We'll
like.
just cut this bit out. Unless we say something super funny or stupid in here. Let's just cut this bit out.
No bitches. There we go. That's some content.
I do have another question ready.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Huh? I didn't catch that.
So I do have a question ready for like when we're, yeah.
Okay. Alright. Among Us Burger.
See, like,
Sorry, that's just the wrong.
say
I am ready.
Excuse.
That's just half the stuff we do. We just say random shit for no apparent reason. It's usually me or Noah who says that.
Our humor mainly consists of or just saying the dumbest, most obscene, stupid shit ever.
That's fair. I am ready for the question you have, Leah.
Okay.
We're still waiting for cakes available again, I think,
No,
because we're gonna cut.
I can still talk. Just continue. Just continue. I won't stop.
Okay.
Kai, I was gonna say, if you could ever like have the budget and stuff, would you ever make a fan film?
Ooh.
If I had a butt, I don't. Okay, so the thing that's a lot because that's a lot that it would have to say about my mentality towards story writing. As much as I like to say that I'm writing a comic book, go look at my comic book. I'm not a story writer. This comic book kind of spiraled out of control, and it's a project I'm just trying to rein down. The original concept for me was just like, if I were to make a fan film, I would make it about my comic book, but the comic book is just something I wanted to do because I thought it would be a fun idea. I have a best friend named Trey. We already have like a really good dynamic that I think my comic book still has yet to like nail. There's some things that I want to change. There's something Trey wants to change. But I think my idea with storytelling, and I think it's the problem, is that I would rather personally have fun with the story I'm telling than make a story that's actually a good one. And I think that's not really a healthy way to write stories.
Yeah.
I'm less worried about making a story that has like actual quality of plot, and I'm more focused on one that's just fun for me, because I want to write a story about what I think would happen if me and my best friend became Spider-Man. And then it like spiraled out of like control. Now there's like all kinds of crazy shit going on. But if I had the budget to make a fan film, I think I would, but it would be a short one, and it would be about my comic book. It'd be very short.
Cool.
Honestly, same.
Like no stakes, like a slice of life one. I don't want to talk about my comic book too much, but I'm gonna wrap it up like right after this and let Noah continue whatever he was gonna say. But actually, the story I'm writing after I finish like the first few issues of Spider-Man is gonna be like a slice of life story where the stakes are low and it's just about like watching these characters slowly interact and grow. Anyway, no, go on.
I wasn't really saying anything. I was just saying same after you said it would be like a short film about your comic book.
Cool.
And yeah, I completely understand that as well. As someone like I haven't got 100% of my story elements down, and at the moment, it just seems like dumb fun when it comes to my story because I haven't nailed it yet. But if I was to make a fan film, it would definitely be about the kind of storyline that I've already set up, and just need to find those little nooks and crannies in between, to like make a cohesive narrative.
Oh
yeah, it would be fun, absolutely.
I do think it's more interesting for me personally I think you would get if I were to pick a spot in a fan film though, that would be my job. I do think honestly the place I'd probably belong the most is like character designer, not costume creator though, because I think there are a lot of people out there who do better work than me. So I think my best place is going to be in the costume department in terms of designing and much less hands-on making things.
I love your videos about costume design. Every time you like criticize a suit that just doesn't look good objectively, or you like give your opinions on movie suits, like your recent Amazing Spider-Man video, your black suit video, your Raimi suit video. Those are really, really good.
Yeah, no, I do worry that I come off as a bit of a snob because like here I am, I'm a kid in my room who like makes Spider-Man shit all day, and here I am yelling at people who get paid like $1 million a year to not even to like draw these costumes, and here I am shitting on them. A lot of people got insanely mad at me when I did my redesign video about just like the Spider-Man suits from the comics that I didn't like. People got fucking insanely pissed, and you know what? I kind of don't blame them, because as much as I like sort of undercut my points to come off as less of a dickhead, I think that I was still fucking because nobody wants to fucking have someone come up to them and be like, hey, your design sucks, so I made it better. Because that's like, you kind of come off as an asshole. So I think what I could have done better in that video was much less, I fixed your design, and rather, this is my spin on the prompt that you were given. And I think that was probably the better way I could have gone about it. But no, people get fucking pissed whenever I talk about redesign.
Thing is, as well, is that like the so-called like dickhead nature you propose. Well, I feel like some of that is also just a heart and video.
I'm very passionate.
People like me, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. This is a really specific example, and probably one that I get words for, because it's just dumb. But when you talked about the new Scarlet Spider suit where the spider's uneven, they say, you guys want to see my design for this? Fixing it, just like slightly moving it.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
No, dude, I had a Twitter moment. I really did, because when I first saw that suit, I was like so fucking pissed, because on the other hand, I really liked it, but on one hand, it bothered me.
Yeah.
So
It would be so good if the spider was in the center as well, though. It looks great, but it's just off center.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time, this is something I do to make myself more open. If I don't like a Spider-Man outfit, I will force myself to be around it for a little bit until I warm up to it. That's how I found to kind of sway my opinions about a suit, is that if I have a lot of time spent around it, like even with the integrated suit, I found things that I liked about it. Like, for example, in when the Spider-Man PS4 video game, I love the shade of red they use.
Yeah.
And it's probably just the fact that it's the remaster, but I think it looks so crisp and clean a lot of the time. I do, as much as I don't like the back logo, I do like that it sort of looks like it has the pedipalps, which is like the big angry mandibles that come off the top of the spider. I do kind of like that it kind of looks like it has it. This is even something I did with the streaming suit, because I lost confidence in my streaming suit redesign mid-video, and then I had people start drawing it and making art of it, and I changed my mind. I had one fan who I really wanna get their credit so I can like talk about them without letting their work go unnoticed.
Yeah.
But they drew a picture of my redesign of the streaming suit, and he added pause buttons to the shoulders, and I really fucking liked that small tweak.
Yeah.
I can't find his name, but if I can find it within like an understandable amount of time, I'll put it in the comments. I'll just ask you guys to pin it.
Yeah.
But you know, one thing I do regret is that I I didn't be anonymous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think anonymous YouTubers are so cool. I love the mystery. It's one of my favorite parts about, because in the end it is ultimately disappointing when you see that person's face and you're like, oh, they don't look like what I expected them to look like. And then, I don't know, because I just think it'd be fitting anyway, because then I look like Spider-Man. But,
Yeah.
no, I don't look like Spider-Man, but like I brand myself off Spider-Man all the time, so why not just wear a mask and hide my... That's one thing I regret. I do regret that people know what I look like and people seen my face.
Yeah.
I was
That's-
never really
yeah,
good at that sort of thing.
I went through a thing of that. Oh.
Yeah, I was anonymous for a while as well, but then it was just like, there's certain pictures and cosplays I want to do in my face, which is ridiculous, because I never use them now. But I was like, I want to do this cosplay, but it had like your face in, but then I never do it anymore anyway, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do admire people who like hold on to their secret identity. I fuck with that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool as shit.
The dude
That's
we
fucking
respect.
cool. I wish I did that.
But yeah,
I don't know if any of you remember, but I posted a video on my TikTok ages ago where I was like, I want to keep my face private for a bit because of things. And then I did it for like 2 videos and stopped. And I realized it's because it's completely pointless. How many times I've used my face in my videos and just like doing one video where I'm like, I'm gonna hide my face doesn't undo that.
Yeah.
So, and once your face is out there on the internet, you can't get rid of it. No matter how many videos you delete, it's going to be up there forever, as with everything on the internet. So that doesn't work, and I do regret it. I do regret showing my face to the public completely, except to you guys, obviously. But you know, having some anonymity, I think that's the right word, would be nice. But I feel like I share too much.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
There's one thing I do like about, like, I imagine, about having a hidden face, is I think it would decrease the amount of parasocial relationships that get created from my existence. I have, and this isn't that, like, I'm not saying, it's not really a diss, but if you expect a relationship with me because you watch my, I don't mean to sound like a dickhead, but if you watch my content...
Oh, no, yeah, I 100%.
Like, if you watch my content and you expect a relationship from me, it's a little weird. Because, like, I've been in parasocial relationships before, and a lot of the time, with age, I've realized that, okay, that's fucking weird. Because I don't even know this person's fucking last name. Why the fuck? So I think it's just about, like, realizing that, like, you're the one that's DMing them every day and, like, responding to every story reply. You're not entitled to a response back.
yeah.
Like, I get people who get mad that I won't even leave them unseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally,
like-
we get that sort of thing as well. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got this kid
Because
who
I
pops up
had
every
a
now
guy
and then.
comment on my TikTok the other day saying, was like, can I join the squadcasters? I replied to him, I was like, no, because we don't know you.
Yeah, I don't get why
we
people
really don't know who you are. You could come in, like, be disrespectful and everything. Like, we don't know who you are. We can't trust you to come and join a very close thing that we've made together. Like, this is a very personal thing for us.
Like,
and
this
stuff,
is
and, like,
what-
you know.
We're very picky with the people that we'd let in.
Yeah.
Look, people that we let in the friend group is one thing. People that we'd let on the podcast is another. It's like we're slightly more open with the podcast because obviously we're getting guests on who are different people from each other, and we've got a whole long list of people we want to get on at some point. But when it comes to letting people into the friendship group, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people will message all of us asking, hey, can I join the friendship group? And it's annoying, not really annoying, it's almost kind of sad telling them that's not how friendship works. And that
Yeah.
we are all really, really close.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess that's what you'd expect. And it's annoying with parasocial relationships, it's because their brain is wired in such a way, because they're such a fan, so to speak, that, they are under the impression that because they give you all this attention, you owe them the same attention back.
Yeah.
It's like they feel like they know you.
And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
friendship
again,
has
sometimes oversharing.
our friendship has literally grown from this channel. Like, we've been
Yeah.
through a lot of shit, and like we've come to the terms that we're not just friends, we're family. Like these two, yeah,
That's not true for 2 of us.
yeah, no, that's you two are an exception. It's fine, okay. I approve of that. It's fine, yeah. But it doesn't take away that if anyone tries to hurt my little brother, my little sister, I will fucking kill them.
Isn't Leah older than you?
No, I'm older than Lick.
Yeah, he's like
No.
2 months older than me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
always the worst with kids though as well, isn't it? Because it's like, you got to explain to them, like, you can't go messaging adults online, like, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Like, there's always little kids like asking us, "Can I be your friend?" And it's like, no, you shouldn't be saying this to like 18-year-olds. Like, it's because there are some bad people out there. You need to be safe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and it put the recipient under a lot of pressure as well, because it's like, what do you say to these people that won't trigger a bad reaction?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we've had, I think we've had
You never know.
like that in the past, haven't we? I'm pretty sure we've had interactions like that in the past. Yeah. We just went off on a massive tangent there, I swear.
We did, yeah. I guess that's what podcasts are about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sit and talk shit.
Yeah, it's true.
That's essentially what. So we did that a lot, Kai. When I came onto your podcast, we
did.
Yeah, we had some structure. We knew what we were talking about, but we did go on a lot of tangents.
I think that was before I had my notebook where I would like ask shit and like get like, because with everybody recently, I think I started with ATX Spider. That's when I started like writing questions down and time stamping things. Now I have a way more organized structure, but I'm down to get back to the questions.
Yeah, we literally we used to have a sort of structured one, but then we thought it was a bit. We came to the conclusion it was a bit boring if it was structured. We thought, why don't we just be random, just be chaotic,
Right.
and just speak what we want.
Yeah.
I think the problem was the structure itself. I think the problem was the how seriously we took that structure. Like,
Yeah.
we just force ourselves to move on to something that has like more substance. Because there's so much you can talk about for one thing.
Yeah.
And while like the kind of whole point of a podcast is to sit and talk shit, we forced ourselves to move on when there's so much more ground we could have explored.
Yeah.
And that's the primary reason why we kind of revamped.
Yeah.
We're like, what's your favorite suit? And you say, right, next question.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas we could go on for hours about how amazing the Amazing Spider-Man suit is,
Yeah.
and like
We absolutely could.
honestly, that suit's just perfection. It's like the best adaptation, I would say, like the way they did it. So obviously, it was the best modernizing. So, I mean, I remember as I said, I was watching Kai's video on it, which I suggest everyone watching this video should go and watch that video and go subscribe to Kai. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, he's a great lad. Oh, Leah's gone off for a second. I'm sure she'll be back soon. But I remember you saying like how it doesn't need to be straight like the actual classic suit. They wanted to modernize it and make it fit for this version of Peter, and it was just perfect for it. And in Amazing Spider-Man 2, you can see his development, because as I noticed, you rarely see him active in the day in Amazing Spider-Man 1. Like, because
I'm annoyed about it, because like I love that suit, and I think it does absolutely work best and work its magic at night. But we never get like a really, really good look at the suit, like in the daytime with good lights.
except
And I'd love to see that.
Except, when it's like the beginning bit where he just gets the suit.
But even that's like a sunrise.
Yeah, but I think that's the closest we're gonna get. And I'm still kind of annoyed that there's a lot of scenes that they didn't use. Like, in the trailer for Amazing Spider-Man 1, they had a whole sequence for when he was running up the buildings and stuff, when he uses web shooters.
Oh, wait, yeah, I remember that.
And they didn't use that. And it was so good. Like,
That's one thing. I love the Amazing Spider-Man 1, but that's one thing it suffered from was too much editing, where they cut what could have been really awesome like one-shot scenes, or just really well choreographed fight scenes, and they just cut it to pieces. And I think that's one problem with it, is that sometimes there was really jarring editing, and I appreciate when it comes to editing, when it comes to like fast-paced scenes, it adds the quick-paced nature of it, but some things just move too fast.
Yeah.
Like what was it? The subway part. where the water runs down from the beer bottle onto his head, and then it just cut. It was too much.
Also, there was
That is my point.
there was a whole
That's
sequence
really my only gripe.
there was a whole sequence cut when he goes to the lizard's lair underneath with the guy who was in the car, the one who was trying to get Kurt fired. There's a whole scene there that was almost fully finished where you actually see Kurt kill him.
He yams his head off, yeah.
Yeah, and he poisons Peter, and obviously he knows what he knew all along, that Peter was Spider-Man and all that, and you're like, why didn't they keep that in? It was such a good,
because I don't think it's. I think it would kind of bring down the film. Of course, the scene where he kills him was great, but I think the part where he knows who Peter is and knows what Peter is kind of would bring down the film and would make it suffer from the same kind of destiny problem the Amazing Spider-Man 2 had, where it could only be him. Mm-hmm. So that could have brought it down, but obviously I'm not a filmmaker. I don't write. I don't know anything about it, but that's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
I do think there's one problem with the film industry. I just don't think people love what they make as much anymore. I think that's the problem. I think when they make these movies, people aren't motivated to make money, or they aren't motivated to make a film that's like good and heartful. There are probably people in the production that are like in love with the source material, but then there's the people who are above all that, and they're like, okay, this part we're gonna take this shit out, we're gonna flip that around. There's people who love the source material that are getting cucked by the people who have more power than them and just want money. I think a film that came out recently that absolutely does not suffer from any like meddling from the higher ups at all is the fucking Batman. That movie was fucking amazing. And you could tell that they loved the shit out of the source material. They made a movie that was fucking great. And you could tell that there was a love for cinematography, there was a love for visuals, there was a love for costume design, and most importantly, there was a love for fucking Batman.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of filmmakers would do a lot better. They'd make a lot better products if there wasn't this fucking corporate greed behind every single project where it's like, I wonder how much this love project is going to make at the box office, and I wonder how much I can change it to make it make more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you there, because the Batman was phenomenal, and you could clearly see the love from Warner Brothers and stuff, and the people who were directing it, and how much they wanted to do for it. Like, from the score to like the way they made like Bruce almost 100% Batman and like 10% like Bruce. It was like, it just felt right. Like, it felt like that's the Batman film we needed for years.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna quickly see how long we've been recording for. I think it's a good while. Over an hour. Okay. Leah, Noah, shall we wrap it up?
I don't know.
Right. Okay. I guess we'll wrap it up then. So, Kai, thank you for coming on. Oh, wait, Noah, you got something to say?
Not yet. I mean,
What?
I was gonna say about Batman. It was about Spider-Man mostly. Because but
right,
the problem with the Spider-Man films is that they are the biggest sufferers of studio meddling. But you can tell the directors have passion and do care. Sam Raimi, Mark Webb, and John Watts all have their own personality in the film. Like, Raimi is all about this stylistic kind of like pop. Mark Webb is about humans, and John Watts is about childish charm, and that all seeps through. But it's like there's like a wall of Sony meddling and making money, selling toys, selling tickets, all that stuff.
Spider-Man.
And that kind of has to be there for such like a big character, because it's Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man. That's like indisputable. And undebatable, really.
Yeah.
But
I think
Spider-Man 3 is a good.
you know, they suffer from that quite a lot, and I think that's just such a IP. Such a massive.
I think this started around Spider-Man 3. I think the last time we had a film without like any insane ass meddling was Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Think could argue No Way Home had that kind of thing as well, because like No Way Home has balls. We
It
like,
does have balls.
that can't be argued. The film has nuts.
Yeah, we like balls.
It brings back all these that we would otherwise have thought were impossible. Brought back Toby, Andrew, all those villains, and did them justice in the film. Except for maybe Lizard and Sandman, but
Yeah.
what can you do at this point?
Yeah, Electro definitely was better.
Had the nuts to bring them back, and bringing so many characters back and still being able to pull it off requires balls. So
Yeah.
Obviously Sony had John Watts onto their wing with that, but he's still got a lot of chance to do what he wanted, which is great, and that's why I think No Way Home is the best out of the MCU Spider-Man. I think that's the best MCU Spider-Man we've gotten so far.
Yeah,
Okay.
But that's
I completely agree.
Okay. Right. I guess.
who's outroing? Was it me?
I guess we'll wrap it up now. Okay. So Kai, thank you for coming on, dude. It's been a pleasure. Yeah.
Plug your stuff first.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, and if there's anything you'd like to plug.
I did just make a voiceover dub on my channel of the beginning of Spider-Man Blue in tribute to Tim Sale, the artist who passed away recently. I'm also making a comic book, which you can find in my linktree, which is on my Instagram, which is Probablyspidey. That is, you know how to spell the word probably, Spidey. Probablyspidey. You can find everything I would want to tell you about through my linktree.
And that'll be in the bio. If I remember.
That will be in the bio. That's pretty much it.
Right. Lovely. Right. So thanks for coming on. We're definitely going to be playing.
Absolute pleasure.
So we got a fun game, Noah. We got a fun game we can play with Kai. I think you might enjoy. The meme game.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's
I'm
great.
excited. I'm excited to come back.
Yeah,
Absolutely, dude. We should get a bunch of cosplayers in here and play that game with them.
that is a good idea.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Why are you avoiding saying the name?
We already played
Okay.
the meme game.
Should we just tell them what the game is? 'Cause it's really funny. It's a game called Make It Meme. And do you watch Call Me Carson?
I don't.
Because he did a video on it recently, and me and Leah have been playing it, and Jake played it today finally.
It's brilliant.
Where you get given a meme template and things you can edit, and you just type whatever you want. And this is an inside joke, so I don't expect you to get this. Put it in. I'll put it in the chat.
But yeah, we can discuss.
But
We can
it's the
discuss.
kind of stuff you can just edit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And you can download the memes once you've made it. All right.
It's in chat.
Yeah. All right. We can play it after the video. That'll be fun. All right.
Sweet.
So I hope you.
I actually have a thing. I actually have a thing to go to.
Oh, you actually have things to go to. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
No pressure.
But
Yeah.
we'll arrange this another time. That'll be fun.
100%. Right. Okay. On that note, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And, well, what can I say? We're back with a bang. And we will see you in the next video, boys. See you later. Bye.